let's start from this guy here and go to this guy here by moving a few things around. We're going to use the width tool and the shape builder for this workshop. Let's pick first a line. Important thing here is just to make sure that every modification you make, you are in the same layer. So for instance, with the shape builder, I can have the line go way bigger by just pressing and holding. Only thing is you got to make sure that you go back and modify the same point. If you make a point and you don't like it, you can either way Control Z to go back forward one step, or just delete the point that you just made. So make sure that you go back on the right point here to modify the shape that you just started. If you want to enlarge just one side, you press Alt or Option on Mac, and it's easy like that. So repeat, first enlarge the line like that to create a curve, then you create another point, and then I can press Alt to go like that, and then I can modify the point that I just created by coming back on it and just press it like that. So that can help you a lot with different part of your body here to move around and enlarge different part of your character. Create line like that. You can move your dot also by coming back on your dot here. Move it a bit like that here. To change the color of those, you just select your line and you change the color of them just like that. Okay, so this is something that you may use to improve your overall character all around. Let's see now if I want to create a clothing for my character. This is the same thing. You really have to go in your right layer. So let's say I want to create some shirt for my character. I gotta make sure that I'm on the right layer. So leg up, for instance, and I'm gonna create some shirt here. For instance, I can use the rounded rectangle tool. I create a shirt like that here. Okay, but this time I won't play with the stroke, but I change the color of the fill. This is the control panel. If you don't see it, you go in window and you go control. If I want to rotate that thing here, I just press on E. I fix the axis of rotation and I move it around like that. Here you go. Okay, I just rotate this part. Okay, I want to create the same thing the other way around for the other leg. I can copy, Command C or Apple C, and I can go on my other leg up here, leg upper left here. Make sure that you're on the right layer. It's really important. I can just copy that by go Command V or Apple V and do a mirror by selecting the mirror tool that's just underneath the rotation tool. Fix the axis of rotation and just move it around like that. Okay, in the previous tutorial I showed you how to copy and paste from one layer to another. Here I'm on the same layer already, so that saves some time. Something's not right here, so I'm gonna go in the body here to create the bottom here of my character. So I go in the body to create the bottom here, and I just create the buttock part of my shirt. Make sure once you created some piece of clothing that you created that in the right layer by opening and closing the eyes like that, by selecting the whole layer like that, and then to move it around with the rotate tool here. You just choose the rotate tool. You fix the axis of rotation by just clicking where you want the axis and move it around like that. Okay, so that will help you to know if your character is moving accordingly and right. If I want to create the shirt for my character, the shirt, I will go in the body layer of my character. So I just select the body. It's very important that every pieces of clothes is in the right layer. And I'm gonna make sure also that I have nothing else selected. So that's often the case. You move from one layer to another, but see, my layer is still selected. How can I do to unselect? I just select my black arrow and I click anywhere where there's nothing, and then it get unselected. So okay, I'm on my body here, so I can create the shirt. I'm just gonna take a rounded rectangle here, and I'm gonna create a basic shirt. Now it's a bit strange, it's a bit straight for the body. So I'm gonna transform that shape. How would I do that? I'll just click on it with my black arrow here, and I'm gonna press the letter E. So simply the letter E like that is gonna make my free transform tool panel appear. So that helped me to, yes, move it around, but that helped me also to distort it. So let's just see, I can make my shoulder wider here and the bottom narrower. So that's a nice tool, and then I can come back to my free transform here and have it smaller like that. Okay. Don't forget to, after unselected, to cover the neck. How can you do that? Just by doing a collar or a scarf or anything that will help you when the neck is covered, that will help you to have your character move freely. Okay. Something strange here, because my arms are in front of my body, I can just take the arms, the whole arm thing, and move my layer by pressing and holding down, inside, down, just below my body. Just be careful not to put in the layer, but below your layer here. And then check out every move you make, check that everything is still all right. To do the arm is the same thing. I go in the arm, the upper arm, for instance, to create the leg of my shirt. So let me find the arm up here. So the arm up is there. I'm gonna create one part of the shirt. I'm gonna position that here, and I'm gonna have that rotate with the rotate tool. Whatever you choose the rotate tool, fix the axis first by pressing, and then move things around. Then you can take back your black arrow and move things around like that. Okay, so you do the same thing for all the leg, all around that. The head now, you go in the layer head. You can move things around here too. So you can choose a skin color, for instance. You can choose a hair color by shifting to the outline here. Follow me. I'm going to press brown here, and I'm going to pick the width to have that increase here to make larger hair. See, it's nice like that. It makes nice hair here, and if I have one that is too much, I can just delete the point. Then I can get rid of all of those hair that I don't like. Okay, and I can have my mouth also, so I can work my mouth with the width tool, the same thing here as I worked before, to enlarge a little, to add some texture to my mouth. Okay, so I can just move that around smoothly like that, and I make my mouth black inside, and I have my eyes white inside because that gives more expression here, to have my eyes white inside. You will be able also to move your eyebrow the same way, so I can have my mouth, the outline of my mouth, also a color like that. So you can move your eyebrows, you can move your arms, the same thing with the width tool. Let's do a hat for our character, because that's the trickiest part. So that requires more work. You don't have to, but that requires more work. Make sure that you're in the right layer. So when my head moves, the hat move with my head. So I just make sure that I'm in the head. I'm gonna use 2 circles for that. So I'm gonna make 1 circle like that. I can hold spacebar to move it around to make sure that I'm in the right width here to create the first part of the hat here. And then you hold spacebar and move it while I'm pressing. So I'm gonna create my shape next to my head. I'm gonna create then the other part of my head, like my hat like that. I'm gonna select the whole thing. I'm gonna take no stroke around, and then I'm gonna take the shape builder here. That's a very nice tool that allows you to melt shape together. So just follow me here. I can merge shape, and I can subtract by pressing the Alt button like that. See, if I'm still not happy, I'll do, see, I can do another shape on top of that. I select both of them, I take the shape builder, and instead of just holding and dragging, I press Alt, and I subtract part of that. Then I have a nice hat that I can just put on top of my head. I want to make my character smile here. I'm going to take the white arrow, the direct selection tool that allows me to press directly on some anchor point. Anchor point are the base of all vector shape, and I can just move that around like that. So here we go. I have something that is nice. You can improve the same way the whole character.